Chandogya Upanishad is one of the prime Upanishads, and the famous Mahavakya Tattvamasi appears in this Upanishad in a dialogue between Uddalak and Shvetaketu. It is one of the largest Upanishadic compilation and has 8 chapters, each with several volumes. As was the tradition in Vedic society, Shvetaketu was sent to a learned rishi's ashram for pursuing his brahmacharya. In the years of his education in Gurukul, Shvetaketu mastered various subjects like Vedas, grammar, language, astronomy, astrology, and many more, and evolved as a good debater and orator. During those times, there was a norm that the Guru would take their able students to various debating platforms where they could showcase their wisdom and knowledge, bringing applause and praises for the teacher as well as for the student himself. Shvetaketu established his knowledge in those debates and swelled with pride of being the best. After completing his brahmacharya ashram, he returns to his house. In few days, his father, sage Uddalak, observes that Shvetaketu had streaks of arrogance and ego. Uddalak, the wise sage, knew that arrogance or ahankar weakens the personality and restrains the growth of an individual. Uddalak got anxious seeing his son, otherwise an able and competent person, but surrounded by the dark cloud of ego, which was for sure to wash him away. Sage Uddalak devises a strategy which was similar to the didactic method. Just like in a didactic method, a teacher designs a set of strategies and carries out plans to achieve specific learning objectives. Similarly, Uddalak designs a strategy. The wise sage knew that Shvetaketu was competent in all other subjects, and by asking questions in those subjects, he would not be able to prove his point. However, Uddalak knew that for sure Shvetaketu wasn't exposed to Vedanta, the essence of Veda. Had he been exposed to Vedanta, he would be humble and without any ahankar. Uddalak called his son and asked him, "Dear Shvetaketu, did you expose yourself to that knowledge by knowing which all is known? The knowledge which is the basis of all other knowledge?" To this, Shvetaketu said, "I don't think my teacher knew this, or else he would have told me." This reply further confirmed the resolve of Uddalak, and it became all the more necessary to check Shvetaketu's ahankar. He wasn't even ready to accept that he lacked certain knowledge. Instead, he said his teacher might not be knowing this. Then Uddalak asked further, "Did you ask your guru regarding this knowledge?" To this, Shvetaketu questioned the very existence of such kind of knowledge, but later requested his father to expose him to this knowledge. This initiated the discourse on Vedanta, and gradually Shvetaketu realized that he still has a lot to learn, and his knowledge is limited in the limitless ocean of knowledge and wisdom. The process of this realization and learning made him humble, and his ego disappeared. Rest part of the story is the dialogue between them to understand the true nature of Atma or Self. This context exposes us to the concept of holistic education, which was the norm in Vedic society. The clear and loud message here is that material prosperity or academic positions have no meaning if a person fails to inculcate the right set of values. It also gives an insight into the role of a parent as a true mentor. Even though Shvetaketu was a celebrated student of his Gurukul, still his father realized that celebration of superficial glory would be detrimental to the child's future. Uddalak took action immediately and thoughtfully. This story also reveals the well developed pedagogy that was used during Vedic times. Though the didactic method in teaching was recognized formally in 1900s, but it's been in use since the history of formal education, as is obvious from the didactic strategy used by Uddalak.